The young man was shocked to find that his deceased grandfather's mouth would not close at all. He heard from the elderly villagers that his grandfather must have left some unfinished wish during his lifetime. If they forced it any further, even the jaw might snap. In order not to delay the auspicious moment, he could only follow the original plan and lift the coffin for burial. Yet unexpectedly, the 8 strong men lifting the coffin used every bit of their strength but still could not move it an inch. The eldest uncle thought the payment was not enough, so he wanted the men to put in more effort. But in truth, it was not that they refused to work. The coffin was simply far too heavy to lift. The young man said his grandfather did not want to leave and surely had some unfulfilled desire. His father hurriedly told him not to speak nonsense. Then he and the eldest uncle stepped forward to lift the coffin together. However, even with the two of them added, the coffin still did not move at all. This made some people believe the old man carried a massive burden in his heart and refused to depart. Some even claimed the old man's spirit might be pressing down on the coffin to stop it from leaving. No matter what, if they missed the auspicious moment, something bad would surely happen. To help his grandfather return to his roots, the young man immediately knelt and told his grandfather that if he had any unfinished wish, he could send him a dream. The others saw this and knelt on the ground one after another. Perhaps the old man sensed the deep affection from his beloved grandson. That incredibly heavy coffin was finally lifted by everyone. Not daring to delay, they quickly buried the old man. They thought the matter would settle completely. However, the young man faintly felt there were many things his grandfather still wanted to say to him. Later at night, when he went to sleep, the young man unexpectedly felt someone fanning him gently. At first he thought he was just groggy and did not pay much attention, until he reached toward his back and realized there was a body lying right beside him. When he touched a face with a wide open mouth, he was instantly jolted in terror. Realizing it was his grandfather, he wondered anxiously what his grandfather wanted to tell him. At that moment, the eldest uncle and a few others rushed over after hearing the commotion. When they saw the grandfather appear, their skin crawled with shock. The eldest uncle, who knew nothing, even thought someone was playing a cruel joke by digging up the grandfather. To avoid alarming the neighbors and causing scandal, they could only rebury the grandfather in the middle of the night. They also called John from the village to come see what was happening. But when John looked around, he was immediately frightened out of his mind. He told everyone the old man had likely crawled out of the coffin himself, because the opening was small on the outside and big on the inside. There was absolutely no way someone dug from the outside. Afterward, the eldest uncle wanted to give John a small payment as compensation, but John found the situation so unsettling he did not dare take it, because he simply did not want to be involved in such a terrifying matter. Before leaving, he specifically told everyone to take down the mourning hall, otherwise the old man would come back again. Seeing how bizarre things had become, the second uncle decided to go to town and bring an old classmate who was an exorcist to take a look. He also told the others to stay there and watch over the old man. But late that night, the young man suddenly saw a shadow dart out from the woods. His father saw it and immediately chased after it. The eldest uncle followed closely behind, leaving only the young man alone in that eerie place. Terrified, the young man knelt before his grandfather asking for protection. Unexpectedly, the very next moment, his grandfather appeared and scared him unconscious. When he woke again, he was already lying in his own bedroom. His mother sat beside him, her eyes full of worried tears, but the young man did not see any sign of his father. After asking, he learned that his father mysteriously vanished not long after chasing that shadow. All they found was one single shoe. Hearing this, the young man anxiously wanted to go search for his father, but he was told that the town leader had already gathered everyone to look for him. The villagers asked the young man to stay home so nothing else would happen. After all, he was the only child left in the family. At that moment, the